everybody, to another edition of
Legally Insane.
Matt Ritter and Tony Sam
That's
here.
me.
Oh, we are talking some juicy law topics.
Oh, yeah. Legal easy, baby.
Legal easy.
Hey, for those of you just joining us, welcome.
You think somebody just joined? Just now?
Just now.
Not even at the beginning
Hold
of the
on.
podcast?
Just now.
Just another person just joined.
No, I mean joining us in our adventure into the foray into legal stuff.
Yeah. Well, you don't need to know that much. All you need to know is I was a lawyer.
He was a lawyer. I've never been one, and I'm learning just like you.
Yeah. We talk some smack about legal topics.
Sometimes I wonder if Matt's learning too.
I don't know. I think I am. I try to play it off like I have all this knowledge, deep.
Methinks Matt learns along with us. Because sometimes it seems like he's just as lost as me.
Methinks the audience doesn't know that I pause and edit the podcast when you ask me a question that I don't know the answer to.
Like, I got to make myself look good.
Yeah.
You're like, hold on a second. Well, actually, Tony, you come in later and...
Tony doesn't even realize this. He once quizzed me the way that the Senate
that
quiz.
never made it into the show.
No. Tony once quizzed me, and he wanted to put it on the podcast, and I sounded as stupid as that Matthew Spencer Peterson guy who couldn't answer
the lifetime nominee.
any questions.
I know, and they were simple. What is a tort?
I was like, currently in my role as a podcaster,
I'm not required to. Just answer the question, Mr. Ritter.
Okay. Well, honestly, in law school,
Mr. Ritter, you're wasting my time. You're wasting the committee's time.
In law school, I used to settle squabbles in the hallways.
You used to beat off with textbooks, isn't that correct?
Yes, but they were litigation textbooks.
I know
so
for the questions. Get this man on my side.
With rules, civil. Okay, I withdraw.
Usually, most of our impressions sound like Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of Southerners who make their way into the podcast.
Well, if it pleases the call.
So, guys, we're going to learn about something cool today that just happened. You know, we decided recently.
We decided to do topical things.
Topical, not always. But it's the holidays. We're feeling very...
Right. I don't know when you guys are listening to this, so it might not be the holidays.
Yes, it'll still be relevant.
It'll still be relevant because we're all getting screwed over, and I think most people don't realize it.
We're going to be talking about a little thing I like to call neutered neutrality.
Neutered neutrality?
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
I don't know, but if it's not,
That makes me think of my dog getting its nuts snipped.
That's what just happened to us. That's what just happened to the net. The net.
Oh my God, Phil! What? I don't have any testes.
What the hell happened here?
They've been neutered.
I'm not going on a date with you.
I'm neutered.
I'm never humping you again.
Can I just say real quick?
Yeah.
My mom
have your dog spayed. This is Bob Barker.
Help control the pet population.
Is that what you were going to say?
No, my mom worked as a vet tech for 30 years. And people would get their dog's testicles removed, cats' testicles removed. But animals apparently feel shame because they don't have testicles. So they make things called nudicles to stick into the empty
I knew
sac.
about that.
And my mom came up one day and she had this keychain of a giant dog testicle. It was a plastic testicle, but she's like, "Hey, you want this?" It's like it's a nudicle. I'm like, "What?"
So you had a nudicle keychain in high school?
Yeah, but if I was a pet owner and my cat needed to get neutered, I would give him the biggest balls. Like they would be dragging, they'd be so big.
The nudicles. You would have giant oversized
cat balls.
I see some of these dogs with giant, ridiculously huge balls, and I wonder if they have to get the extra large.
You wonder if they're nudicles.
Well, or if they should have the big nudicles. If they go into the store and they sniff around and they go, "I want the huge ones.
Give me the big one."
Give me the big one. How did we get here?
I don't know. We're talking about neutered neutrality.
I think I trademarked neutered neutrality because the net got neutered.
No, but the topic is net neutrality.
Oh, yeah. Just in case people
it's
don't.
Net neutrality.
Yeah.
You called it neutered neutrality.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're all in trouble, and I think Matt's going to tell us.
Yeah, so very recently, in a 3-2 vote, the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, approved a measure basically removing net neutrality rules that were just put into place. Have you noticed this trend?
Why are there only 5 people deciding on this?
Why are there 9 people on the Supreme Court?
Oh, okay. Touche.
There used to be 5.
Touche, Tushy.
And there were 7, and then there were 9. Maybe there should be more. So let's back up for a second. So in February 2015, the FCC ruled in favor of net neutrality by reclassifying broadband as a common carrier.
Okay.
So that made them more like...
So what's that mean to me?
Right. So that made them more like a utility, essentially.
Right. So everybody, it's equal. You can't do anything that everything's got to be fair.
Under Title II of the Communications Act of 1930. Four. I thought he could just read my eyeballs. Like I just went to a magician. I thought you could do that.
No, but your mouth was doing all sorts of things. Like,
and then,
don't ever do that again.
And then it's Telecommunications Act of 1996. So they published this rule essentially that applies to state and local government entities.
Is it an antitrust thing?
It protects. Well, yeah, not antitrust necessarily. Antitrust is
boring as fudge.
I mean, it's anti-competitive. It's anti-discrimination, basically, protecting individuals from discrimination on, yes, I guess it's regulating communications, making sure that.
Okay, I can get on board with that.
Yeah.
That's something I could really sink my teeth into.
Yeah, it's really juicy. So FDR signed it into law, which replaced the original Federal Communications Commission.
The only thing we have to fear
is the
Neutered Neutrality.
And so, for a long time we had these phone company monopolies, and then we basically said that anybody who wants to enter the communications business, they have to let it be competitive. That's basically the goal of the Telecommunications Act.
Competition drives the business world.
Yeah, the business of America. Now are we in the 30s or where are we?
Yeah. I don't know. That's commerce.
Yeah. So these phone companies were giant, assholes. And so
we
eventually,
need to keep them in check.
Yeah, eventually we realized that, we have to basically label them as common carriers or utilities, essentially, to stop them from doing that. But then the internet came along and people were like, what is this?
What's this internet thing? This? Anyway, what did Al Gore create?
Yeah.
What's this thing Al Gore pulled out of his pocket?
How cocky do you have to be to claim to create something that you clearly didn't create?
He had a single drop of water.
Is that his?
That's Al Gore.
He saved the planet.
That was from his Inconvenient Truth.
Did anybody see that? I loved
it.
You actually saw it?
Yeah. He said, I'm Al Gore. I was once elected president of the United States.
You were not.
He won the popular vote.
He was not. They were hanging chads.
Hanging chads.
Yeah. His wife was pretty
hung.
She's Tipper. Remember Tipper?
Yeah. I think she had substance problems, didn't she?
Was she coke sniffing
Tipper Gore?
Is that what?
Oh no, didn't she lead the thing against AC/DC?
That was Tipper Gore?
I'm pretty sure.
And was it AC/DC or was it Run DMC? Was it I think you're thinking of the movie CB4. Yeah. You remember that?
Crate and Barrel 2.
You remember CB4 with Chris Rock? It was based on that, where they were. It was the rap band. No, it was NWA. Tipper Gore. I think we just created a whole backstory with Tipper Gore.
Oh my gosh! Anyway, it was actually a good movie. It was okay, but he created
his inconvenient truth is that he didn't invent the internet.
Create the internet. Oh, did I say that?
Al, we don't think we should call it the inconvenient truth because we think people might connect the dots to you.
Well, I think that's inconvenient for me.
Inconvenient for me. You ever see Dazed and Confused?
Yeah.
Remember that scene where he throws a party and his parents find out? And the guy comes out and the guy has the keg there. And he goes, "You got the wrong Pickford residence, man." And then the guy goes,
you say it.
Inconvenient for me. You don't remember that? And then the guy goes, "Son, were you going to have a party here tonight?" And he goes, and his wife goes, and he goes to his wife, he goes, "Honey, unpack the car."
Oh, yeah.
And his son's like, "Damn it.
Son of a."
Yeah. Inconvenient for me. So now we have all been inconvenienced because this guy, Ajit Pai, has decided to undo net neutrality.
What's this? Oh, this is the guy. Everybody's posting photos of this guy.
Yeah, well, he's kind of cocky in like the worst.
What's his
way.
argument for making it unneutered?
So his argument is that regulation stifles innovation and stifles capital contributions. And he made this BS argument that's totally not founded in truth, that the Verizons and Comcasts of the world, because they saw a minor blip in their capital expenditures for 1 year, that the theory was that this 1 year is after the net neutrality rules, that therefore they just decided in the wake of these net neutrality rules to stop building fiber optic cables that other people could use and all this other stuff, even though it's already been proven that on shareholder calls and all those other things, and even commentary from a lot of these people.
What happened before net neutrality was introduced? Were we on the way to...
Here's the thing. So the argument is that before net neutrality, everything was fine, and they never, he's basically saying, we don't need government regulation. Before it was self-regulating, and nobody took advantage of anybody. But that's not true. There were multiple cases.
Who did what, and when did they do it?
So Comcast screwed BitTorrent. Actually, basically, BitTorrent, they were saying that Comcast violated net neutrality rules by throttling BitTorrent in the late aughts.
And that would mean if you were downloading.
They slowed it down.
How would they know?
So they didn't know necessarily, but obviously they got a lot of complaints, and they did a study. Somebody from the company did a study and figured it out. You had to go digging. And so here's the big issue, right? How would you know? So now this guy, Ajit, he says, we'll leave it up to the companies. And if anybody, basically the new standard is, if anybody presents evidence of discrimination, they'll look at it. But it sounds like they're not going to go out of their way to go digging. And it's not like Comcast or Verizon's going to be like, oh yeah, we did that.
Well, also someone who's on BitTorrent isn't going to complain because they're breaking the law anyway.
Right. So we don't care really about BitTorrent.
I see.
So...
Okay, that's one example.
Right.
What else?
I think John Oliver did a story about this where you could tell that
John Oliver.
Yeah, you could tell that Netflix was fighting with one of the big shots, and they got slowed down, and then they signed a deal and they got sped back up, Yeah. So there's a lot of examples of them doing it. But also, so this, I don't know if you heard what happened. There was a comment process for this, and this year there was a comment process. We'll see what people have to say. And apparently there were millions of fake comments in support of revoking the net neutrality rules.
How do they know they were fake?
People wrote in, they were like, my mother's been dead for 6 months, and she definitely didn't know anything about net neutrality one way or the other. But she definitely was not going to comment on the FCC website regarding net neutrality.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Hey, can you imagine that? Like, I'm just going to drop off a rose for my mother.
I'm sorry, I'm back from the dead because I have lots of things to say about net neutrality.
Do you want to spend some time with your grandkids?
You seem very comfortable that I'm a ghost. That I know so much about the ins and outs of FCC regulation.
Grandma, why are you so focused? Why don't you spend time with your grandkids?
The afterlife has given me much perspective about net neutrality, or the porno version, wet boobality.
Oh, Grandma, you have come back raunchy. Would you like to, maybe you could just stop focusing so much on net neutrality and see your grandkids. You've never met them before.
Oh, very well. Oh, come by, ghost grandma.
So there were a lot of comments from dead grandmothers being
God.
like, you know what? We don't like net neutrality.
Who did it? The Russians?
It could be.
So explain this to me.
Yeah.
Now, with net neutrality removed, internet providers can charge you more to stream sites like Netflix.
We'll see how it plays out, but it seems to be that now that's not illegal. It's not. It never really was illegal necessarily. These are all like...
Their speed packages seem to be really screwed up. The only one anyone can afford is the cheapest one, and that sucks.
Right. So I think there's going to be a lot of tiers. But I think, tiers for me when YouPorn slows down. I have tears for fear of YouPorn slowing down. Tube galore.
Oh. I wish all the pop-ups would go away.
I don't really care about that.
You don't think they're putting spyware on your computer?
Oh, they definitely 100% are doing that. Actually, so I wanted to tie in some of the things that we already know. You wanted to know what they've already been caught doing in general?
I do. Old Tom Balone wants to be in the know.
So the FCC, so the ISPs, Internet Service Providers, have already been caught doing multiple things. They've already been caught selling your data to marketers.
Caught red-handed.
Red-handed. Knowing my little peccadillos. You know?
Is that what
my quirks?
Your hand is red after
I don't want them
scrub your wiener?
I don't want them knowing, what products I buy and sites I visit.
But your internet, your IP can be linked to all the dirty things you watch.
Mm-hmm. And then also, you know what else they did? They hijacked your searches. They were caught in 2011 red-handed with a company called Paxfire. If you were searching Yahoo or Google, you would enter a search term, right? Like, for example, if you typed in Apple or Dell or whatever, Paxfire would send you directly to Dell's website instead of Google. And then presumably Dell would give Paxfire some money.
I don't know. I don't care if anyone knows I like to watch dirty videos. I don't care.
No.
Yeah. If you want to know,
everybody looks at you.
I do it, okay?
They know that you've got some dirty stuff on there.
I like it.
You know what else they do, though? They snoop through your traffic.
Helps me sleep.
It does? You do it right before bed?
I can't go to sleep unless I see some boobies.
Is that the last thing you do in the house that you live in with your lady?
No, I was making a joke. Because I can't go to bed unless I see a butt.
Yeah. I know. I make my wife just show it to me. I go, show me one.
Show me Tony's butt.
Show me Tony's butt.
Yeah.
No, wait, but I wanted to get back to what they did. So they've installed software on your phones. I mean, we know that they've done a lot of shady things, but I'm saying, aren't you concerned that the porn is going to be slowed down? That doesn't.
I think we all should be outraged. Attica. That
was my Pacino. Attica. Ooh, she's got a great ass, but I can't see it because my
megabytes are too slow.
Too slow.
Scent of a woman.
You smell like FCC's been all over you.
That's my favorite perfume, I tell you. FCC. I want you to wear this perfume.
So this guy, he's a real piece of work, this Ajit Pai. Recently, he did a video for the Daily Caller, which is a far-right site, where he dressed up in Star Wars costumes and talked about all these things you could still do, even though the internet's been...
The Galactic Senate.
Yeah, even though the internet's been jammed up.
I'm afraid the FCC neutrality laws will be quite unoperational by the time your friends arrive.
Try, you must. Try the YouPorn site again. You must. I need to watch it before I go to bed.
Click link. You must.
Click spam filter. Delete history. You must. My wife gets home.
Keep essential oils away from the keyboard. You must.
Delete history. Mother-in-law is home.
Look, a lot of you don't know this, but every time Matt goes into a character, he glares at me, and it looks like his eyes roll back. It's like a nictating lens on a great white shark before it kills. It's the most terrifying thing I've ever seen.
It's me asking him. My permission to do a bad impression, I must.
Right, to make eye contact.
Must I?
You have my okay.
Luke, I need you to lift the FCC rules on net neutrality.
Take your net neutrality and strike me down with it, and your journey to the net side will be complete.
If I cannot watch you porn, Luke, I wish you to extinguish my flame. You must.
You want me to beat you off? Is that what that means? A lot of Star Wars fans should really care about this because they won't be able to protest Star Wars movies with all these laws.
Online. No, but what's crazy about it is this guy, first of all, Ajit worked for Verizon before this. I don't like the jumping back and forth between a governmental agency and a private company. And Trump, in fact, insisted one of the many promises was that he was going to increase the length of time it would take before you jump back and forth between government and, lobbying groups from, I think it was 2 to 5 years. Of course, promise not delivered.
What's this guy's name? Ajit?
Pai.
He's got me agitated. I think he's got us all agitated.
He's got me so agitated. I love
a good pun.
I want to stick a pie in his face, in his pie.
Good one.
In his pie hole.
Good one. Hey, slow down, hotshot.
I want to hit him right in the pie hole.
Easy there, Gold Dust.
Right in the pie
Slow down, Gold Dust.
Yeah, so he basically said it's all hysteria, that it's all hysteria. They're not going to do anything wrong. But, if they do anything wrong, they'll be brought before the FTC. But the idea that, there's going to be voluntary self-regulation is, of course, nonsense. Right? I mean, would you, if you were Comcast?
Me?
Yeah, you're Comcast.
Joe Comcast.
And I'm Netflix.
Okay.
Or I'm YouPorn.
Okay.
And I'm like, hey man, so we operate the world's biggest pornography site that we operate for free.
Oh, really?
So we can't give you any money, but the thing is that everybody really, this is like a public good that we're doing here. I mean, families stay together because people use our site.
It's gonna cost you.
I mean, we'll let you watch for free. It's unbiased.
You'll let me watch for free?
Yeah, anybody can watch for free.
I need the money.
Nah, we're not going to pay.
Give me the money.
Nah, we won't pay. What can you do?
We'll start our own free porn site.
Damn it. Comcast Plus.
The ball's in your corner. Check and mate.
Boy.
Check and splooge.
So,
is that how it would go?
I think that's pretty much how it would go. So, there's all these free market think tanks that say that this is going to be great for business and, that maybe the
but what about people?
Right. Exactly. Like, so Netflix, I think what's going to happen is Comcast will charge more to Netflix. So Netflix will charge more to Uncle Tony.
I feel like there's only 2 internet providers.
Which ones?
Time Warner, Comcast.
You know how many there are?
How many?
There are the top one. You ever heard of CenturyLink, Cox Communications, Frontier, Charter, Mediacom?
Yeah, but they're all
LA
regional.
alone has 39 internet service providers.
I've never even heard of anyone except Time Warner.
Yeah. Here's some of the. Oh no, they're all. Let's see. Who are they?
You know who's going to abuse this is the little ones.
Yeah.
The ones nobody even heard of.
No, they're going to get put out of business. Oh, the little internet service providers? You mean in like small towns? Oh, yeah.
I mean, even in here, like they're the ones that are going to, or I don't know, maybe the big ones are going to start it and the little ones will follow suit. But then they'll be probably absorbed by the bigger entities.
Yeah.
They probably are part of a larger conglomerate that we don't know about.
Well, yeah, they're like the little baby bells, They're like the new baby bells. So, yeah, this guy Pi, and he drinks out of a giant mug. Did you see this? He drinks out of a giant mug.
What?
Like an oversized coffee mug.
Why?
He thinks it's like
it's funny?
A quirk, yeah.
So it's just a big mug?
Yeah.
And this guy's dictating what happens to my internet?
Yeah, this guy.
The guy with the novelty cup?
Yeah, the guy with the novelty cup.
Hey, look at me. I got a hat that you can put 2 cans of beer in.
He's the guy with the beer hat.
the helmet, the construction helmet with the beer.
Kegerator. What is it called? The kegerator? No. It's called a beer helmet.
Beer hat. Yeah, beer helmet.
Yeah. So
great.
Yeah.
Terrific.
Why do you think you should be the head of the FCC?
Well, have you seen my Spencer's Gifts collection?
Because I frequently shop at Sky Mall. Have you heard of Sky Mall?
Would you like to smell my flower?
Yeah. Why do you think you should be running the Federal Communications Commission? Hold on, I need to finish this beer keg in my head.
Right? How do you? Oh wait, I can't see you through my googly eye glasses. Oh my God!
This is what we've been reduced to, right? First, we had the guy go, litigation. And now we have this guy with the novelty cup as the head of the FCC.
Oh my God, I can't win. I feel like the world's on fire every day.
It is every day. Well, that's why, he's like, it's easy to call it hysteria, right? He goes, he said people are being hysterical. We're like, yeah, because you're wearing a novelty hat.
Yeah, because you've got a giant cup that says,
Reese's
world's
Pieces on it, actually.
Does it? Yeah. World's Beast Boss.
I've never trusted anyone that had any novelty items as like a gimmick.
Oh.
I've never respected anyone.
I have a giant eraser.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you bring it to work?
No, but I like oversized pencils.
I've never respected you.
But I'm also not trying to convince the world that the internet should be run by businesses.
Yeah. Do you really have a large? I mean, I could picture you with it.
Look at me. Is it surprising that I have any novelty items?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not surprising at all. But I mean, look, I think this notion, that like, hey, you're a utility, you're a common carrier, you're a utility, like we've got to be all treated fairly, is now going out the window.
I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you prioritize your content over other people's,
So what's the next steps?
Nothing. We're screwed. It's over. Ship is sunk, baby.
What's going to begin to happen? Is that we can't?
Well, no. Look, I mean, I think somebody's going to challenge it in court. What's going to happen is somebody's going to challenge this in court. Somebody's going to get throttled.
What are some of the legal tools we can use to stop this?
So I'm actually glad you asked that. It's not over till the fat lady sings here. All right, it's over. Damn it. No.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Just go back to reading books.
I don't like.
That's the answer.
I don't like books with pictures.
Yeah, go back to books. Congress can still block the rules from going into effect. I mean, it's not likely because Congress is controlled by the Republicans right now, but under something called the Congressional Review Act, CRA, Congress could issue a resolution of disapproval and overrule the FCC's decision.
Are members of Congress part of FCC, or is it a separate entity?
Separate entity. So Congress can overrule them, but Congress only has a 60-day window, and the resolution of disapproval would need either A, presidential support, so unless Trump gets impeached in the next 50 days.
Not going to happen.
Or backing from 2/3 of the House and Senate.
I mean, we don't have that.
But the Republicans have used the CRA more than a dozen times this year to overturn Obama-era regulations. So now Democratic Senators Udall and Booker are introducing legislation to eliminate the CRA. So I don't know where we're going.
Cory Booker's okay.
Is he? I'm not sure.
Oh, you don't think he's a good dude?
I don't know. He's also, he gets a lot of lobbying money. So
he's a puppet.
Puppet.
Goddamn puppet!
My name is Cory Booker. That's my puppet impression.
Sounds like Pinocchio. Pinochet.
So
what's the takeaway? What do we do?
We have to. You got to make those calls. The calls to your congressman.
Bug them on Christmas.
Them. Yeah, I mean, because to be honest, only 100 of the 239 Republicans in the House, 107, according to something I read, have voiced their support for ending net neutrality. So it's not really clear where everybody stands on this.
Oh.
So there's a chance that this guy Ajit, has just used his power, his novelty, hat power.
I think most of the booger-eating public doesn't understand anything. And like me, I mean, I just didn't understand to the full effect of what's going to happen.
Bottom line is Netflix is going to cost more, right?
I hate it.
That's how it should be. That's exactly how it should be. A couple of years ago, a bunch of sites, including Netflix, slowed it down deliberately to show you what would happen.
You said that.
But the truth is, they're just going to charge you more. That's my personal opinion about what's going to happen.
We all get screwed.
But it's funny because a couple of Republicans even called on the FCC to delay its vote, and they didn't.
What do you think the motivation of those FCC members are? Do you think they get kickbacks?
No, I genuinely think that this guy Ajit is an ideologue who believes that he's right.
Yeah, but what does make him more credible than everyone else?
Well, so I find this to make him uncredible. It's incredible that a former Verizon lawyer can now be the head of the FCC and promote a rule that clearly benefits Verizon.
Right.
In the same way that Donald Trump can fly people down and do business in the Donald Trump Towers, the Donald Trump golf courses. You know, I
just want to smash his giant mug.
I just think that, you know, we're eroding norms. You know? It's not illegal that he was Verizon. Norms.
On a very special cheers.
And cultural norms.
Hey there, Normie. All right, well, this sucks.
Yeah, it sucks.
What a downer.
Look, I mean,
what a fucking downer episode.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it won't be as bad as we think it is.
Well, I sure hope we can still email to the frequency that we email.
I think carrier pigeons are going to be in vogue.
Ooh, messenger crows.
Crows. Not the guy from The Crow. Remember that guy from The Crow who died?
Brandon Lee?
Yeah.
Net Neutrality.
Net Neutrality killed him.
Net Neutrality.
Killed
the first victim of Net Neutrality.
He had to use crows instead.
Oh my God.
Oh, poor Brandon.
It can't rain all the time. It can't rain for... That was the song he would keep singing.
Is that
The Crow,
right?
yeah.
Wow.
Let's watch The Crow.
You know what? Next.
Hey guys, thanks for listening. This has been a really fun episode. It's a real downer episode, but please follow us on Twitter. Our handle is @LegallyInsanePod. Follow Matt at
Matt Ritter 1.
Follow me at TOEKNEESAM. Check out my comedy album, Scaredy Cat. It's available on iTunes, or you can buy a physical copy on Amazon. Is there anything else you wanted to plug?
Yeah, keep fighting the good fight. I'm plugging Tube Galore. I go to Tube Galore and realize how important that site is to stay fast.
Oh, and also, please go to iTunes, rate us, give us 5 stars, and we'll see you next time on Legally Insane!